Yo, so T, I'm hearing news from Macquarie about Gordon Hayward. Please give me the update. I'm out here.
The Knicks have put in an offer for Gordon Hayward, reportedly.
Take note.
Big Beach! We're here.
My man Alan just did.
It's different this time.
What's up, guys? Hey guys, what's up? Terry and Trey here. Just me right now. Mom's is out to lunch. She'll be back later. We're gonna get more content going for free agency. But right now we have some news to report. And Gordon Hayward, there's an offer on the table apparently. This is coming from Jonathan Macri, Knicks Film School, Sports Illustrated. But he's reporting, and he can't confirm, of course. But the Knicks seem to have offered something along the lines of 3 years, $70 million total. For one, I've been thinking about the Gordon Hayward deal all night, and I have to admit, I really like it now. So 3 for 70 means he's not killing your long-term plans, right? 3 for 70 is also what? That's like 22 million a year or so each year. Obviously, it's gonna scale up. I would love if you could front load the contract. I would even pay him 30 million this year and then have it drop to like 20 and then 18 or something in the last year, depending on, you know, how he works out and if you need to trade him. 3 years is not that bad. That's decent timing. Hayward left the Celtics, 34 million, of course, for this year to get he wants a longer deal, probably a bigger role as well. There's a really great thread by David Locke of the Utah Jazz, a reporter. He's excellent. And he kind of broke down why Gordon Hayward would be very interested in New York. And I kind of want to run through these points and talk to you about them as we go through them. But I feel excited about it, and I can't believe I do. And I'm a little bit upset that I do, because you asked me this a couple of weeks ago. I'll be against it. But Hayward is not as injured as he seems. That injury that he got was so gruesome. I think it sticks in people's heads that, you know, he's done forever. He had some pretty good stats last year, and he can do everything right. He can pass, he can shoot. He's not gonna hurt the young players. He's gonna make them better. He's not selfish. He's a team player. There's too many things about the Gordon Hayward deal that make sense, and he slots into the wing right next to RJ and Toppin if you get rid of Randall. And I just like it. Obviously, we still need a point guard. I think we're probably going to get a vet point guard. Maybe not Fred VanVleet, who I think could be staying with Toronto. But hey, this could be wrong in a couple hours. But let me get into this David Locke thread, and we can talk about why Gordon Hayward could really be considering the Knicks, because Indiana are interested, and that's important. Indiana, Hayward's from Indiana. Obviously a very solid basketball city, as they've been forever. So for him, I know he goes into that situation, he can trust it a bit more. But with our new front office and Leon Rose, you know, I think we're gonna see our stature rise in the NBA again. Let's look at this David Locke thread. Like I said, I'm gonna read it out. All right, so David Locke, he started a Locked On Sports Network. He is as legit as they come. Utah Jazz guy, so he remembers when Hayward went to Boston. That's very interesting, because obviously it's another free agency decision. Let's see what he says here about why he thinks Gordon Hayward's coming to the Knicks. So first thing, you know, he says here, just a reason-based guess. I haven't talked to anyone, but I think Hayward goes to New York, even if it costs him money. Here's the logic. Unless he had changed, the most important thing to Gordon was his status in the NBA. This is why he wanted the max contract so badly the first time in free agency. The max deal changes your status in the league as a max player. He wanted the max to prove that he was in that group. This also ties into why he could not be happy with Boston now. Obviously, he's not fourth choice. Basically, he's a fourth option. And he sees the young guys around him getting more touches, and he thinks he can still do more. He's only 30. All right, secondly, he left Utah to go to Boston, not for Brad Stevens, but for the coverage, hoping that if the NBA season was Boston versus Cleveland. That's when he got injured. It was LeBron and the Cavs versus Hayward and the Celtics. He had 27 national TV games scheduled that year, and was hoping to establish himself as a big star. Then the injury, he wasn't right for a while. Tatum and Brown emerged. Kyrie, Kemba, he was just a cog in the wheel. That is not enough. My guess is he's not about money. It's about his last chance to have a legacy and establish his place. He's 30. He's worked tirelessly to get back from the injury. With limited touches in Boston, he's shown signs of being an all-star again, which he has if you look at his numbers. He won't be an all-star in Boston though. From January 1st to March 1st, he averaged 18, 7, and 4 on 49, 40, and 86. Those are excellent percentages. Come on, we need shooting, we need playmaking. That's excellent. And the last thing here, I assume that makes Gordon believe he can still be a star. The place to leave your mark on the league, to have a chance to be an all-star again, to create an esteemed spot is New York. And it is. We know that. Anyone who does something here is going to do wonders for their legacy. If you're an all-star in New York, you have a legacy, just a guess. So, this guy is obviously informed. He said it's a reason-based guess, so nothing concrete, but the offer seems to be on the table. We're waiting to see what Indiana does, but I feel good about this. This also, because he's such a good playmaker, this could lead us to getting more of a stopgap at PG, which I don't hate as well. So let me know your thoughts below. I spent the last night talking myself into Gordon Hayward, and now that I'm seeing the numbers and the years, I really kind of like it. So we'll see, but all this can change in a couple hours. Free agency starts at 6 p.m. Eastern time. We have a crazy day ahead of us. If you enjoyed the content, definitely subscribe for the latest Knick news. My mom will be back later. We're gonna have more fun then. But take care, guys. Peace, and talk to you later.